What's up? This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat, hanging out at the Clear Life HQ. I got some guests here in studio. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We're going to find out everything that they got going on. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
It's good, man. My name is Joshua the Fearless Van.
UFC superstar, 22 years old, 4-1 in the UFC, greatest flyweight in the world, Joshua Van. Michael Adler, y'all saw me, I guess, last week if y'all watched. Yeah, best contender series fight in the history. Says Dana White, per Dana White.
Yeah, you got to ask the man himself. So, man, I saw both of y'all. Y'all were down at the Sphere. Josh, you just had a fight at the Sphere in Las Vegas. What was that experience like?
Man, it was great, man. The experience that we had was great. But, the fight itself was normal to me, you know what I mean? But the hype around it was amazing.
Yeah, and right before we started, we were kind of talking, when was your debut? And then how long you been in the UFC? And it's been kind of like a whirlwind, huh?
Yeah, man, I make my amateur debut on December 12th, 2020. And now, you know what I mean, I make my UFC debut on June 24th, 2023. So nice. Jeez.
Michael, how does that, just hearing that, what are your thoughts on all that?
It's inspiring, that's what the game's about. It's about doing something that hasn't been done before, being the first of your kind. He started pretty much 20 or 21 and got to the UFC in 2 years. It shows that it can be done. It shows that it's possible with hard work and training and just the right mindset that you can do what you want, and the timing's just different. That's the thing. People are so worried about, I want it now. I want to be in the UFC right now. Like, it just is not how it works. It just comes and goes, and this guy just took fights every single month and just kept winning every single month and finishing everyone. His first 6 fights as a pro were all finishes in Fury. He went 6-0 and he wanted to fight the best. This is the first look at this. This is the first time. Like, of course, when me and Josh knew each other, we were in the same amateur cards and stuff, but we weren't like boys. But the first time, like, we kind of got close. We're just at a Fury event and Paris Moran just fought. He's like, "Yo, come with me." Like, all right, where are we going? And I'm following him. We're walking, and Paris gets out of the cage. He's walking. He's like, "Paris, I want to fight you next." And Paris is like, "Oh, okay, like, who's this?" Okay. He's like, "I'm serious. I want to fight you next." I was like, "God, this kid's crazy." I was like, "This kid's crazy." And they end up fighting next, and then everyone's like, "Oh, what it was?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm telling you, this kid's probably gonna win." Just from the energy and how I felt him, and like, we weren't really even boys. We just kind of just knew each other, and we're just kind of homies by association. And once I seen that name, I was like, "Oh yeah, this guy's different. This not even guy. This kid's different." He was like, what, 20 at the time when he was doing all that, 21.
Yeah. You starting as an amateur. You started in Fury, to the UFC. But did you see in the future? Did you see that this is how I'm doing? You kind of made a new trail.
Yeah, Eric just texted me last night saying, like, you know what I mean? It was before I even had my first amateur fight. I met him at Hands Up Gracie. You know what I mean? It was when Jorge Masvidal was like famous as hell, and then he came to Houston. You know what I mean? That little fans talk and stuff like that. So my coach introduced me to Eric, and then you know how they have a line, and then the fighter is here, and then the fans is here. So my coach introduced me to Eric, and I told Eric, "I'm gonna be on that side one day." And I didn't even have a fight. He was just laughing, like, you know what I mean? Oh, it's whatever. And yeah, he just texted me last night that, you know what I mean, you really made it. You know what I mean? Now I'm a UFC fighter. So yeah.
What do you want next?
I want the belt, bro. That's the reason why I fight for, you know what I mean? So probably 1 or 3 more fight and then get the belt.
Yeah. I know. I think you were saying, hey, he needs a top 15. I think I just saw it on Instagram. Is there something like that? What do you think?
Absolutely. This kid's the best in the world. He took 3 short notice fights. His first fight, he has 5 UFC fights. He's 4-1 at 22 years old. 3 of them were short notices. The first fight he fought was like on 4 days' notice against one of the tough guys. Like, this guy's proven himself. He's, he has what it takes, and he wants to fight the best. Like, he does not care. He'll literally fight any of these guys. They call him, "Yeah, I'll fight that guy. Yeah, I'll fight that guy." Like, he does not care. So, give him a 15, give him a top 10. Bro, if you give him a top 5, he'll take it. The flyweight division is kind of weird. they're starting to fight each other now because they're getting healthy, but they're all, like, out of sorts, So, like, he really, like, you saw, Ursay? He was, like, number 10, and he fought for the belt against Pantoja. So, like, the sky's the limit for the flyweights. Just taking the right fights and then winning the fights and then go from there.
Yeah, how do you feel so confident? I mean, or just open to taking those short notice fights?
It's just the way we train in the forearms. You know what I mean? Like every day is like a fight camp. You know, you can't go training today and just be like, I'm just gonna f around. You know what I mean? You gotta give 100% every time. So that's like basically fight camp already. So you know, when they call me, all we gotta do is cut weight and fight.
Yeah. And what was behind I guess that confidence or call out of Paris Moran? You know, saying, "Hey, I want to fight you."
Shit. It was just I want to fight the best. You know what I mean? I wanted the belt so bad that I knew that if I fought Paris, they was gonna give me the belt. You know what I mean? So I talked to my manager. I talked to Eric. They was like, "You're not ready." They did. They said that. They said, "You know what I mean?" And they didn't want to give me him. So you know what I mean? I walk up to him. I was like, let's make this happen. And it was in front of people, so you can't turn it back. So
We forced their hand.
so it was right after his fight too. So you know what I mean. You got everybody around him. Shit. And I got ass with me. So like, let's just go walk upstairs.
Michael, did anything go through your head? Like, bro, what did I get myself into?
I had no idea what was going on. I literally was like, where are we going?
Mess it up, bro.
Yeah, you know, and then he just like, I want to fight you next. Like, I want to fight. And I was like, what is this guy crazy? I'm like, this guy's, and then Paris was like, okay. I was like, did they just agree to fight? Like, I didn't know what was going on.
He was bitch, you know what I mean?
No, Paris a real dog, bro. He's good, man. He's right there. I mean, damn near.
Yeah, he's knocking on the door
Yeah, for sure.
as well. Man, and I just talked to Terrence Chapman, and I mean we had a big conversation. That stuff's, I guess by the time this releases, that will be out as well. But just talking about 4 ounce. I mean, what is it about 4 ounce that has gotten you ready so quickly?
Man, before 4 ounce, you know, I was just a striker, you know what I mean? So the first day I joined them, I left. You know what I mean? I got so f***ed up. Like, they f***ed me up so bad that I left before the class ran. Like, I just packed my stuff, and they was like, coaches were like, where you going? I was like, tomorrow. I have to leave. Like, it was that bad, you know what I mean? So it's like everybody is willing to help everybody, you know what I mean? So, and their ground game is amazing out there. So, you know what I mean? Right now, I'm full mixed martial artist fighter, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, 4 ounce is amazing, man.
Mm-hmm. You know, where did you come up striking? Have you always been a fighter?
I was fighting in the street, you know what I mean? And usually, like in the street, you fight with hands and you can't even kick and shit. You know what I mean? They was like, oh, he kicking. Now we're trying to fight them on the ground. It's like, oh, he want to hug and stuff like that. So it was just like, I was just like more of a boxer, you know what I mean? And I met with Scotty Waters, and he's a striker himself too. So yeah, everything was just like about striking.
Yeah. I know that you get some work in over at Atslan Boxing Gym as well. Because I've gone over there and I filmed with Jay Aldretti and Sebastian. He was out there, which I did see, and we're going to have to bring that up. But what's it like over there at Atslan?
It was my first loss in Fury, right? And my coach was like, you know, we got to work on your hand. You do got hand, but you need speed. So he took me to his old boxing gym, which is the Atslan Boxing Gym. And you know what I mean? The first day I was there, the coach, shout out to Coach Jose Vasquez. He was like, go in there and spar. The first day, bro, with a box, you know what I mean? I like, oh shit, okay, let me spar. And I held my own, I guess, and he liked it. And then, you know what I mean? I was like, I like this kid. I'm gonna work with him. Yeah. So that's when I started working with him. I'm with him for like 2 years now, 2 years and a half.
I like that gym. I mean, there's a lot of gyms you walk in, and you walk into that one, it's like, this is hard work. You know, you just walk in there.
You see anything, bro, yeah.
Yeah, there's a window, you might open it, maybe not, but there's a lot of hard work in there. But the fight posters, it just has a good feel, and you see Coach Vasquez and the posters, the flyers, the medals, the pictures and stuff. It's a cool spot.
Old school.
Yeah.
Old school, yes, sir.
Yeah, but Sebastian, I saw you posted them on your story, and I guess he has a lot of talents. He was singing. The mariachi band.
Singing, modeling, man, everything, bro. That guy, yeah, massage.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
He does
it all, man.
Weight cut,
yeah, weight cut, everything.
You name it.
Does he have any
sprinter
fight stuff coming up?
He had it, but he had a shoulder injury, so they have to call it off.
Yeah.
But
I talked to him yesterday, thinking maybe December if they have it for amateurs.
Mm-hmm.
So if not, I guess the start of the year, get back to it.
I mean, I know injuries happen, but I'm sure you deal with stuff all the time and people don't know about it, you don't post it out. But have you been fortunate in that, avoiding a major injury, or how's that been for you?
man, like the fight that I just had, bro, I popped my knee. You know what I mean? Cause they called me, so I had to go full blast, and I popped my right knee. And then the day of the fight in the morning, I popped my left knee. And it was like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Injury is crazy.
But how do you do with that? You just like power through? Man, I'm not stepping out of this, or what?
I mean, there's one thing I know that I'm not pulling out.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna pull out a fight. So
You gotta get paid.
yeah, you just gotta go through it.
Yeah. And I mean, because like you've been fighting for a long time. You're young, very young, but you've been fighting for a long time, and those things happen. But even still, like you fight.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like fortunate, haven't had like a big injury or injury that makes you miss months. And I mean, some people have to miss a year because of injuries, so fortunate, like, I think that's another reason why, he's gone so quickly to where he's gone, and even me. So, like the way we've, fast tracked is just because we stayed healthy and we stayed fighting, and staying active and staying healthy is not common, but, we were fortunate enough to not, to do that. So.
Mm-hmm. What was your experience like at the Sphere? We had this conversation, me and you were in studio, you flew out to Vegas. It looks like it was a great time. Then you came back to commentate for Fury and flew back out.
Yeah.
What was it like?
No,
Wow, we lost all money.
yeah. Besides that, it was unreal. We literally got there Tuesday, and I was like, Josh, I'm just gonna film you this whole time. I'm gonna try to make a video for you. Like, I got some people that I put some clips together, whatever. Just go through fight week and stuff. I don't have like a real camera. It's not like I got footage for hours, so I get what I can. So we literally get there Thursday, straight to poster signing, straight to taking care of obligations and stuff, and we got a new hotel. We got to stay at the Red Rock this time, so Josh was excited. Way nicer than Palace Station, I'll tell you that. But all the stars, everyone's there. All the fighters, all the celebrities, they're all staying there, and stuff. So he didn't get to enjoy that, but I was walking around, mingling, talking to everybody, talking about Josh, talking about me and stuff, whatever. And then Wednesday we got to go do his photo shoots and stuff, just get him ready. And I think for me, like, the best thing was just being able to watch him and see what he does, and going through the motions with him. So like when it's my time to go through the motions, I've been there, I feel comfortable. It's like I've done this before, and just watching him do it, is inspiring. He doesn't even care. He's just like having his own fun in his own world. Like, you wouldn't even think he was fighting at the biggest venue of history that's never going to be done before. You wouldn't even know that he was fighting. Like, they'd be like, oh, people come up and be like, hey, you fighting? I'm like, oh, my boy's fighting. They're like, oh, really? Like, good luck. Like, he's just so cool, calm, and collected. But I had to go on a little side mission on Friday. So, I helped him cut his little weight on Thursday night, and then woke up at 4 a.m., straight to the airport, got on the flight, boom, straight to Houston, got my stuff, changed, and then just went straight to the Fury venue. And then I did commentated with Morano, which was sweet. Everyone said I did a really good job and thought I did well. So they definitely want to have me back and everything. So that'll be fun. Whenever you need me, Fury, I'll do it.
Yeah, I shared that clip to the Clip Combat story of Jay kissing. Yeah, but then, and I talked about this with someone else. I was like, yeah, but then he saw Marab over there kissing on.
Oh, I know.
He might have saw his clip.
I forgot about that. I literally didn't even, because literally, so after the commentating, I flew back to Vegas and then saw Josh, told him good luck, he left. Boom. Me and Alden hit the Spear. And Josh is the second fight. So we're there for the first fight, second fight, and then I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. Alden's like, I want to stay. Like, his family was like, I was like, y'all leaving to see Josh? Like, no, we're going to stay for the whole fight. And then Alden's like, bro, really? Like, you don't want to stay? I'm like, I really do not care about these fights. Like, I just care about my boy. Like, Josh was my main event. You know what I'm saying? I literally only came to the Sphere for Josh. So everyone's like, oh, how was the effects? I was like, I didn't even stay.
He left for you. You did leave?
We saw, he had to do media and interviews.
Yeah.
So we stayed for the girls' fight right after, which was good. And then we stayed for that guy's fight, the first round knockout. And that was it. Then we left because he was like, we're leaving to the hotel. So I was like, I'm out of here. Sounds good to me. I'm going to hang out with my boy. So then we left and that was it. Then we just Jay chilling the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Till the flights got canceled the next day.
So after your fight happened, and I know you had your knee, and I did see you icing that in your story stuff, but were you able to still have a good time?
Nah, I took a nap. We ate and just went to sleep.
Yeah. My complaint about the fights that are in Vegas or on the West Coast, it's so late. It's like 1 a.m. like Houston Central Time, where we're at. I'm like, bro,
time difference, man.
I'm trying to watch these title fights, and they were both 5-round decisions, and they were great fights, but some people are just like, well, it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, they could have done better. I mean, it's so funny though, because like we're with all those guys, the UFC fighters and their coaches. So we get to, they're cool. Everyone's so cool. You're just talking to them, and then I saw Rob's coaching in the elevator, and I'm leaving, or he was leaving, and he was just like, man, what a fight. I was like, I mean, that was a great game plan. That's how I thought y'all would win. He's like, yeah, I didn't think it was going to be so easy. Like getting takedowns and stuff, like, he almost made it look easy. Yeah. Like no effort, that's why I just want to see more effort, I guess,
Yeah.
That's why I don't think it was the greatest fight. I feel like he just kind of gave up and was like, I lost. What it felt like.
Which I think about the Diego Lopez fight.
It was a good fight. It was a great fight. Yeah, he's getting better every fight.
Yep. He got power, man. I mean,
yeah.
He got a lot of power.
His jiu-jitsu's the best, right? Like, he has the best jiu-jitsu, but now you're seeing his striking, so he's improving. I mean, he's looking really good. I mean, I was going to fight him. I still fight him.
Would you take that as a late notice call?
Yeah. I saw the Aljamain Sterling fight and the Mozarv fight. It wasn't happening, so I was like, Jason, what's up? What's going on with that fight? But I'm not cleared for October 7th, so... But I'm just told Jason, I just want to make sure that that I would fight these guys. Like, he's like, oh, I know you would. I was like, just make sure we're on the same page. Like, I really don't care. They can give me a top 5 guy. I would fight. I'd fight the champ. I'd fight Taporia and Max and one of them.
That's the game. Hey, why not? Yeah.
No.
All right.
Actually, I would. Yeah.
Josh, you took a late notice where you were supposed to be on Contender Series. That would happen, and then someone fell out and you got the call. And I mean, what went into that decision going in and said, yeah, I'm gonna do it?
It's a show notice. Well, when the UFC call, you can't say no, you know what I mean? And that's what they like, and that's why they give me a lot of opportunity too, you know what I mean? So I was supposed to fight on Contender Series late August or something, and it was like mid-June, you know what I mean? So I was like, damn, it's a long ass wait, you know what I mean? So, and then Jason was like, I keep bragging Jason, I keep hitting him up. I was like, I'll step in for a short notice. And then next thing you know, he called me, and he said 1 day notice, because he called me on Thursday, and he said, you got to make weight Friday and then fight Saturday. And I said, yes. And he's like, pack your you flying? I was like, all right, cool. I was packing my 20 minutes later, he called me, he was like, we push a week back. I was like, perfect. Perfect time.
That's crazy.
Wow. I've seen Jason talk to someone. It was Jose Johnson, who fights in the UFC now, and he's like 6 foot tall, but he was fighting at 125 or something like that. But I saw him fight for Fury, and he had won, and it was backstage. I think it was that same event where I talked to you backstage. Maybe not. But he was like, "Hey, can you make weight?" It was like one of those situations where, hey, you had a good win. I think you just got to go out there, leave it all, and kind of let the cards and your management and your team do the rest. Right?
Yeah, get the finish too. You know what I mean? When you're in the local scene, like, cause put it this way, the UFC thinking like this: like, if you can't finish people in the local scene, how do you expect to finish other people in the UFC?
Exactly.
They tougher, bigger. You know what I mean? And they don't want to lose. Mm-hmm. In the local scene, like a lot of people, like I'm not saying a lot of people are willing to lose, but it's like a lot easier than the UFC level. You know what I mean? So. That's what the UFC really looking for, you know what I mean? So if you really want to go to the UFC, I think you got to perform. You can't just take people down and expect to go to UFC and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You got to show out.
Right.
Finish people.
Has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll see that, I mean, Contender Series, like you'll see some good fights, but sometimes they don't give the contract, as well.
Especially the night we was there, bro.
Yeah.
Man, Dana White really just told this one guy, he got to finish, and he said, I'm not really interested. I like him. I like his boxing and stuff like that. I was like, he getting a contract.
That was a bad night, though. That Cody Steele fight fell off and stuff, and he wasn't. But I talked to him, too. I was like, I had to make sure that I reminded him I was here.
My eyes so good.
I was like, hey, Dana. And then, for whatever reason, he just, I don't know, I guess he like recognized my voice or whatever. He just turned around. He saw me and I like showed him my eye. He was like, oh, yeah, it looks good. I was like, hey, I'm cleared in 5 weeks. I'm ready to fight. He was like, I love that. I was like, I'm just making sure you remember me. Until Danya's cut. Now he don't remember me. No.
Oh, that was nasty.
Nasty. That was crazy.
That was gross.
Tell Zan to be like, hey, Steve will do it.
Bro, I
Back in Vegas.
No, dude, I met him.
How was it?
Nah, great.
What happened?
I wasn't like trying to look for him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I'm walking around. If I see him, I see him. You know, so whatever. I'm like, all right, let me go play in high limits or whatever, just to mess around, just because like the regular tables weren't working or whatever. So, boom, walk in there. There's a squad on the tables. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll let them do their thing, and I go and try to play on the other table that was there. Like, oh no, 500 minimum. I was like, it says $100 minimum. Like, at 5, I'm like, I don't know if I can fight 5 right now. So anyway, I'm like, all right, I get off. I look at their table. It's 100. And I start looking around. I'm like, oh, this is Steve will do it in his squad. And he had this other guy on Twitter. He's like called the Fade God or something. Like, he's just terrible at sports betting or something. But whatever. So they're there, and then I'm just like chopping it up with whoever's around and stuff, whatever. Da, da, da. Steve gets off the table. I'm like, yo, what up, Steve? Da, da, like, been, wanted to see you. And I told him about the whole Dana White story. He was just like, kind of like just uninterested. And I was like, yeah, I told him the Dana White story. And he's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't gamble. And I was like, so I literally came here. To come to gamble with you. And I was like, you know what? I'm out of here, bro. You just ruined my day. So I left. I just walked out of high limits. So if you actually want to gamble with me, not Steve would do it.
But did you win any money? Did you lose some money?
No, we lost. We're up and down. We're up and down all day. Like, bro, he was down to his last 25 and then won like 400. And then like, there was a lot of like, it was just up and down. You know how it is. We're out there for too long, and our flight got canceled. So then we're really out there for too long.
Yeah,
too much.
Did you feel like you should have got that fight night bonus?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I mean, the other fight was good though.
Yeah, there were some.
That 50 fight was good. That was only one. But like the whole night, I'm like, oh, he has the best fight. And then that 55ers wanted to throw it out.
They took it away from me.
No, they did. We were watching it like, yeah, sorry, Josh.
What was it like being at the Sphere? Because watching on the TV, it was cool, and I was like, wow. But I imagine in person, it was probably ridiculous.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, honestly, like, we were there early, so, like, all the lights and all the stuff wasn't even set up. No one was even there, like, so it really just felt like a normal stadium. I don't know about you. I don't know what to you is it.
No.
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
You walked off in the cage. For a fighter, I think it's basically normal. You know what I mean? For the audience, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was different because there's a lot of screens around. So if you look behind you, there's a screen. You look in front of you, there's just always screens around. But for his fight, there was just 4 big TV screens. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like the whole thing was filled up or nothing crazy yet, like the visual effects. So when I was looking around, I was like, imagining myself down there, imagining me looking up and seeing all this stuff. And I was just like, from the outside looking in, it wasn't like too crazy, I guess. I think what happens is like as fighters, sometimes you get a bigger picture in your brain of what it's going to be like and what it's like. And then you kind of freak yourself out already. Like, it's just like, it's not bigger than what it is,
Right. What was that? How different was it whenever you were fighting for Fury, at the, Humble Civic Center and some of these nice places here in Houston on the regional level, and then going and fighting in a place like the Sphere or, big venues?
Man, I don't know. There's no different for me. Like, there's no different. You know how, like, a lot of people, they fumble a lot because they was like, oh, I'm fighting in the UFC, and they can't perform the way they is, you know what I mean, the way they wanted to. And for me, I think that's why I was successful, you know what I mean, that I don't see no different because a fight is a fight, you know what I mean. Even in Fury, they're trying to beat us up. And in the UFC, they try to do the worst. So, you know what I mean? So I'm just over there to perform. But again, like the cage size is different though. That's different. But the Apex is like the same as Fury. So that's why I love fighting at the Apex so much because of the size.
It's like home. It's where you've had,
Yeah, and I'm a lazy fighter, so I don't like chasing people around and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it was smaller cage. I feel like if I fight in Apex,
more finishes.
Yeah, for sure.
What about for you, Michael? You, with the bigger cage, you think that'll play a factor in, when you make that?
He likes small cage.
Yeah, I mean, small cage definitely makes it easier to cut off and stuff. But I don't mind. I like to move too, so I don't mind bigger cage either. Yeah, I'm just excited to go fights. No, really. Like you said, like
I was fighting at New York, but that shit was big.
Oh yeah,
it was big. So you know what I mean. Going around, it was.
Who you fight in New York?
Kevin Borders.
Oh, that was a good fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. I was watching your stuff.
It's too much work for me. You know what I mean? Like you gotta go around.
Yeah. I mean, you work the body a ton.
Yeah, but if that was Apex, you know what I mean, you won't be running so much.
Feel like you're chasing him down.
Well, I was chasing him down.
Yeah. Man, and then I saw you shared something else. You said it's the Aslan special or something like that. Or
yes.
What combo was that?
The 5 combo. You know, we call it 5, the liver shot. You know what I mean? There's 10 punches in the boxing combination, you know what I mean? So that we call it number 5.
Mm-hmm.
What's number 8, 9, 10?
Like, wait. 8? No. 8, right uppercut. 9 is straight to the body, and 10 is straight to the body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I filmed a lot at Atslan with Ivan Basket.
Yes.
The coach son. Good, yeah, great person. We went and filmed at his school. His school let us get a fight coming up with Paradigm Combat Sports. They do a hybrid card, but they'll do MMA in a ring, which sometimes it's kind of like, it's different. You think like a different size cage. Imagine in a boxing ring. But man, they let us go film a school. He's a teacher. He's a coach. Just a good person, top to bottom, and he's a good fighter too. So I know he's over there a lot.
There's a lot out to him too, man. He helped me a lot. You know, I started. My coach introduced me to Coach Jose, but I started with him too. Like Jose was like, "Okay, spar, we're gonna work," but it was him that was holding the mitt for me first. You know what I mean? So I started with him, and then after that, I was like, I'm gonna just go to regular class with Jose. So I went. Yeah,
cool. Yeah. What are you looking to improve on? You know, looking at your fights up to this point. I mean, you look good, but what do you want to improve on, get better at?
Man.
What'd you see in the fight? Would you not think you did good in the fight? I was low-key watching your stuff, just kind of seeing what we can do.
I think I did improve a lot my last fight, you know what I mean, compared to my other fight.
Definitely.
My head movement was there.
Low kick.
It wasn't perfect, but it was there. So, you know what I mean? Still got to work on that. A lot of footwork. That's what I got to work on.
I think the angle out more.
It's like sometimes when I hit people hard, like I like to like hit and I'll stay where I'm at, you know. And that's when the footwork comes. So I think if I work on that, man, I'll fuck this boy. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was watching it. I mean, bro, you did way better than from Denver to his last fight. Just mixing it up, you know. Those low kicks were throwing him off, just high. I mean, everything was throwing him off. Right. I think we just got to move more angly. Right. Yeah, every time you would pull straight back instead of pulling like a little right. Yeah, and then over. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, you accept so many short notice fights. Is the next one you think it's going to be a scheduled one? You're going to probably just get ready to take another short notice.
Yeah.
Do you want to schedule one?
I like short notice fight.
Yeah.
Because you avoid injury and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, like, my ideal camp would be like 5 weeks.
Okay.
5 to 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, longer than that is too long for me. So, yeah, 5 to 6 or 3 weeks notice or 2.
And he says 5 to 6 weeks, but it's because every day he's training. It's not like it's not like he's not training and then he's like, okay, I can get myself ready in 5 to 6 weeks. He's already somewhat ready. His body's already ready. And then it's like, okay, I need to go super hard for 5 to 6 weeks. It's not, oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to get off the couch and then in 5 or 6 weeks I'll be ready, because it's not how it works. It takes 2 or 3 weeks at least to even just get your body back into shape, like normal shapes.
Yeah.
And that's what he means young fighters don't.
Yeah. You said you were cleared in about 5 weeks?
My fight was the 27th, so 6 weeks from there. Mm-hmm. So 3.5 weeks maybe. Yeah. So I mean, October 19th, if Elkins pulls out, then.
I said you're looking at the count.
Yeah, Elkins better not pull out, or I'm fighting Daniel.
You're looking at fight.
I'll fight Pineda. I'll fight Pineda on October 19th if Elkins falls out.
Yeah, when I was talking to Terrence Chapman, he was like, dude, Daniel's strong. He was like, he fights at 145, but
oh shit,
he's the best Bro, he's literally he's the best person I've ever trained with.
Fought the same way you
No
train
doubt.
in the gym, like having fun, actually having fun.
He's the best, and he's literally the best, bro. I'm telling you. And Houston for sure, no doubt. Like, I'm telling you, this dude is the best I've trained with. I've trained a lot of places, and this guy is different, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is. I still watch his film, trying to figure out what I need to do, like what I can do to like beat him up just a little bit, and he just, bro, it's so annoying. I just keep talking shit. He hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just mad because I'm talking, but I'm no contact, so he can't beat me up. So he's mad. He's just boiling it up. He's like, "Can you stop talking?"
Yeah. Josh, who is it that you want to fight next? Is there someone specific that you do want to fight next?
I do want to fight Cody Darden. I do want to fight him. Yeah.
Why?
Just because he said my name, and he's a ranked guy, you know what I mean? And I respect him because he's a great wrestler, you know. He's been in the game for so long. It's just a respect thing, you know. I want to test myself against him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, who'd you have that submission against in Fury? I know you said I was just a striker. Who said I was a striker?
Oh, my title fight.
Yeah, you took his back, huh?
Yeah, I was trying every submission, you know what I mean? Just because I know that I already beat him. So just like my last fight, a lot of people was complaining about my IQ and all that shit, but I knew that he wasn't going to take my back.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I go for the leg lock. You know, sometimes I like to f*** around.
Yeah, you did go for that leg lock.
The heel hook?
Yeah, went for a heel hook.
Always work in the gym, but I don't.
You had it though.
Man,
You kind of had it.
I think I popped his knee.
I swear you had it,
but
bro. He did take your back though.
like tough as hell. You didn't want to tap.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's the thing. Even about those leg locks or those wrists, like, I mean, you can let your knee rip and you'll be dealing with it later, but in the moment, you're just like,
Well, gotta take a risk, man. You know what I mean?
No, I thought you were gonna finish him.
Yeah.
You would have got the 50.
That's what I thought too.
Oh
Shit,
it's coming. It's coming.
it's coming.
It's coming.
yeah. Is that I guess that's a goal for any fight that you get on, right? I want the fight of the night. Give me the bonus. I want it all, huh?
Yeah, I just want to show out. You know what I mean? You ain't, like when you in there, you ain't even look for the 50 G's. You just want to perform shit like that. But after the fight, I'm like,
Yeah.
give me that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, whenever you get it, I asked this to Michael after he got bonus, weighing bonus. I was like, hey, you saving that money or what about you? You already got plans for that money whenever you get those?
Ooh, bro, my first 2 check, it was gone in like the first 2 weeks. But you know, my coaches, Joseph and all that, my jiu-jitsu coach, Joseph and Daniel and all that, like, they've been in the game for so long that they was like, Josh, you gotta calm down with the money spending, you know what I mean? So right now I do get smarter.
If you had unlimited money, what would you buy?
My mama house.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's it. That's first day.
Number one.
For you.
For me,
Yeah.
probably open a gym.
Hey.
Myanmar, bro.
Oh yeah.
Going like, even with my life, you know what I mean? I was struggling. I didn't know who to hang around with because when I hang out around with like bad people as in like, you know what I mean? I wasn't happy. Like, and when I hang around with like good people, I was too bad for them. You know what I mean? So I didn't know where I belong until I got to the gym. So I do want to, like, I want to do the same thing for my people. You know what I mean? People of Myanmar, Myanmar, and let's just say I open the gym, I'll change like a lot of new generation. You know what I mean? So that's dreams and goals for me, man.
It was awesome.
Opening a gym for my people.
It was awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah, doing something, bigger than yourself.
Yeah, that would really help, man. Like if I can open a gym and making champions and stuff like that. So, yeah.
What was it like growing up? What was your
growing up here or growing up there?
both?
Both. Growing up there was freedom. You know what I mean? Like we said this is freedom over here, but like over there, man, we kid played outside and stuff like that. So it was freedom, except for the military, trying to take control and shit like and stuff like that. But over here, it was tough, man. When I first got here,
How old were you?
I got here when I was 12, and I went to 6th grade, middle school, man. That's when the bullying started and all that shit. It was tough.
Yeah, say being 12, kind of figuring out who you are, it's hard enough already. And then coming to a new place, different culture and all that. So it was, I had to deal with some bullies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was a small kid too, you know what I mean? Even now, like, and I didn't know how to speak English and all that stuff. It was adding up and stuff like that. So yeah, it was very hard, man, until I got to 7th grade, and then I started fighting, and then that's when people give me my respect and stuff like that. So that's how I actually start like fighting a lot in the street and stuff like that.
So did you find the gym in 7th grade, or you just were fighting in the streets like fountain?
Until like that Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor.
Really?
Yeah, I do my research. I'm like, who is fucking white boy that talking crazy?
Yeah.
I do some research.
And you're like, oh yeah,
Would love to write, you know what I mean? I was like, I want to be like him, you know what I mean? So
let's go. Same.
I went back to Houston and told my mom I wanted to train, and she didn't want it. So I had to go find myself a gym. And when it's time to pay up, I ain't got no money. So I'm like, Mom, you gotta pay. So she paid for a whole year.
So whenever you did move here, was it to the Houston?
Yes.
And why Houston?
Cause I was a refugee kid, you know what I mean? So my family, my uncle was already here. So when they sent us, you know what I mean, that's the only address we know and stuff like that. So we were sent here. I used to live in Chinatown.
Hey.
Yeah, I used to live in Chinatown with all the Asian kids and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like some of those things is almost like God. Just like looking back, how things kind of work out and stuff. I mean, it's pretty cool how, and even still, you have to know some of those kids who probably were bullying. They're like, dude, I went to school with Josh Fan. You know, they see what you're doing out of that. I mean,
can't bully.
We got a couple. Of guys that come to my boxing gym. It's like, you remember when you whooped that boy ass? I was like, who?
Which one?
I got a couple of guys that sent me my old fight videos from like 5 years ago type shit. Like, you remember this video? Oh, goddamn. You know what I mean?
Still good form in the streets. He showed me the video. Good form.
Some of the street fights?
Yeah, he just showed it to us this week. I was like, yeah, that's pretty good form, honestly. You know what you're doing. It's not bad.
It's because I watch YouTube. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like school fight and stuff like that. Like, I'm like, okay, let me try that.
Yeah.
Like, I have fun with street fight, you know what I mean? So I would just go and then look at people and I'll just pick a fight just because. That's all I got my respect, you know what I mean? So like,
that's because dog,
and that motherfucker kept fighting.
Yeah, it's not bad. You go to a place and you pick the biggest guy there, pick a fight, and then everybody would put.
Yeah, the smallest dude being the biggest dude. You got some respect.
Yeah,
man. So at what point, I guess, did your mom or your family realize, like, wow, man, he's doing this? Did they believe in you the whole time, or what's that been like?
Hell no, because I go out, drink, have fun, you know, always get in a fight. So when I start joining the gym, like, I was focused. I was like too focused. Everything I talk about was gym. You know what I mean? I have a girl. I'm like, gym. You know what I mean? Like, so stuff like that. All I talk about was gym, and my mom loved it. That I didn't go outside and get make, you know what I mean, make problems and stuff like that no more. So she was like supporting me, and then I was like, it's time to fight. Like, I was doing the smoker, and she didn't want it. But then, you know what? I didn't tell her I fight. And then the next time, she was like, don't fight no more. I fight again. And then I'll make amateur debut, and then I'll win by first round knockout. That's when she was like, okay, let me support him. So, yeah, after my first Amy debut, you know what I mean, she started coming and support me.
Yeah. Man, that's cool. That's cool. And Michael, I mean, when was the first time that you saw Josh fight? Or
we're just talking about that. We're looking at all the cards that we've been in. For me, like, my memory is just so hazy. Like, I barely remember my fights, but the one I vividly remember, just like really watching him, was when he fought Obando, because you know Obando was at our gym, and Obando was talking very high of him, just like, man, you know, he's a great kid. We train together, we hang out together.
My coach was like, Scotty at the time, you know, he was like, he's our friend. We don't want to fight him. I was like, Coach, it's okay. But like, we did say no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's when Scotty was like, I think Friendly want to fight you. We call him Friendly. And then I was like, you want to fight me? Yeah. And that was my comeback fight too. You know what I mean? It was right after my loss, so I was eager.
I remember your loss though too.
I think that's where he fucked up.
I remember his loss too, because we're on the same card, but I really vividly remember that fight against Obando, because he was just, I was like, oh, this kid's legit. Like, this kid looks good, bro. He was ripping the body, head. I was like, yeah, he's really good. Cause I remember watching his loss, but his loss, he just kind of just got wrestled. Fucked the whole time.
I was training at Garage, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know no wrestling.
Yeah. So, like, you can't, I mean, I remember it, of course, but I don't really remember. But that Obando fight, I really remember. I was like, oh, this kid's legit. And then they love talking. They love Josh. Everyone's watching him like, oh, he's growing really high. Like every fight you watch him, he'd get better, and then he pulls off the freaking calf slice, and you're like, what the like, where the hell did he literally was getting
shout out to Lester Jr. It was like right before my fight, and he was doing that fancy ass move. I was like, show me again, and he showed me, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna use that. And then we went to was it Colorado? Yes, Colorado.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but yeah,
and I fly over there, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I did it. Yeah, he just showed me one time, man. That was crazy.
So it seems like there's that theme, like, hey, when I'm working on, I'm going to see this, like, I'm going for the heel hook, I'm going for the calf slicer, I'm working on this, put it to the test at the highest level.
That's why Frank loves me, you know what I mean? That's why me and Frank's click, because if we work on something, I'm going to use it regardless, whether I see it or not, like, I'm going to do it, because if you work for something, like, use that shit in the fight, you know what I mean? A lot of people, they're working on body shot, but in the fight, all they do is jab, you know what I mean, just because they're scared to get hit.
What is something that you're looking to pull out that you haven't been able to get yet?
Hey, he almost put off our combo in the fight. He threw it twice.
Yes.
I'll go back and watch the fight, see when he threw it. He almost landed.
Yeah, me and Azrael was really working on it.
We literally did it Wednesday and Thursday. We were moving, hitting pads, and he threw it. Or he threw it once. He's like, look at this. And I was like, all right, let me show you a setup to throw that. And then we worked a little setup where we tweaked it a little bit. Yeah. And I'm watching the fight. I'm like, this motherfucker did not just throw that shit. And then I keep watching the fight. I was like, this motherfucker just threw this shit again. Like, he's crazy. I don't even know if I could do that. He's psycho.
And now, next fight, they watch the tape, man. He sat back for a hill. That's been that.
You know what I'm saying? He's got it all. He can do it all. And it's crazy because he's just learning. I mean, what are you, like a blue belt? Maybe not even.
Yeah.
Blue belt.
You need the purple.
No.
What are you?
I should be a purple, but Daniel won't freaking give me my purple. I mean, shout out to my coach. I mean, that was kind of like the last conversation we had before, like, he went to the hospital and then, he passed and everything, but he was just like, yeah, I think it's time to rank you up to, be a purple and stuff. And then I went to Vegas, flew out to corner and stuff. And then, I got to the hospital and, it just never happened. But then I kind of stopped doing jiu-jitsu for a little bit, so it kind of got, I got to 4 ounce and then I was like, oh, my jiu-jitsu is terrible. It's just been a while, trying to get it back. So I'm really starting to feel like I'm fighting my jiu-jitsu again and stuff, so it's been good. But the purple is cool.
Like, what's cooler is that you a white belt and you fucking like black belts and shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool for me.
I just want to fuck up Daniel, bro. I don't care about these black belts, bro. I want to pay up Daniel. But I want him to give me a purple so I got a picture of it.
Yeah. Cool. Overall, what's your goal for the UFC and I guess just in life?
Just in life, man. I just want to buy my mom a house, man. Just because, my dad passed away when I was 16. You know what I mean? The struggle that she go through and stuff like that. And I put her through a lot too, because of all the trouble that I caused and stuff like that. So I just want to give back to my mom and to the people. You know what I mean? Like I'm just fighting in the in the cage, but there are like my people. The whole nation was praying for me. You know what I mean? Like some church, they stopped church just to watch me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I just want to give back to my people. Shout out to Chi people, Chi Mielmore. Everybody just pray for me, man. I'm blessed.
One thing I did want to bring up, because I know you had put out some music.
What do you mean?
Did you put out a song?
My song?
Yeah.
My boy wrote that shit for me.
Yeah, tell me about that. Is that something that you've always done? You've always liked music, put it out?
Nah, he was just a very good rapper, shout out to Sweet Woo. I just really like his flow, you know what I mean? And one of my people, they wanted to give me a word for winning fights and stuff like that. So it was like a big event and we met. I was like, when you gonna write me a song, man? Then around. And then a week later, he was like, I got you a song, bro.
No.
I listened to it. I was like, I'm going to rock out to this shit. I'll rock out to this shit. You know what I mean? So that's how it come on.
That's cool. Is there more music in the future?
For sure. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk to him again. And then, yeah.
We need to get you and Sebastian on a song together.
Oh, you know what I mean? I love singing too. I got my own song, you know what I mean? Oh, you talking about?
That's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about.
How does the song? Is it good?
Yeah, I liked it. I listened to it.
Telling you, bro, I sing good. You ain't singing to me? You know what I mean?
Man, Michael, you sing or anything? You do any music?
No, but I'd love kind
Get on a track.
I eat, gamble. No, I produce maybe or something. I mean, I like music, but I'm not. I mean, I'll rap a little bit.
Like you like commentating and shit.
But yeah, no, I'll be talking podcasts and shit, whatever. I can talk forever about it, whatever.
Man, it is cool to see what people are interested in outside of fighting, right? For you, Michael, how was that commentating? Is that something I mean, even during fighting or after fighting, looking?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, for me, I was watching these people commentate, and I'm like, they're so bad.
Just stand on the sideline and be like, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Commentating the training.
Basically, I mean, we're watching fights. I feel like if you're watching a fight, we're already naturally commentating.
Yeah.
Like what they're doing, what they should be doing and stuff like that. And I think coming from someone that is, been in the game for a while and knows the game and someone educated on being in there, it's easier to be done. I think I did a good job. I mean, you could watch back and go on, the commentary, but I just really want to do better. And as a fighter, like when you hear it, there's certain things you want to hear, right? Like if you're walking out, like you want to hear them talking good about you, telling them about you, like, presenting yourself to the people that are watching. Sometimes someone will walk out and you're freaking talking about the other guy that's already walked out. It's like, no, like talk about this guy, give him his moment, give him his, I mean, it's only 30 seconds that we talk about him, and then when the fight comes, you having someone that's been there and can relate. When some people are commentating, they've never even been in the cage. Like, right. How do you know what it feels like to be in that position fighting for an amateur? Have you ever fought for an amateur title? I get it. It's vague, right? Like, oh, I've had one amateur fight, one pro fight. Like, so, yeah, what it feels like to be in there, but they ain't never going to know what it feels like to be in that spear. You're trying and fight in the spear. They're not going to know what it feels like to fight for a Fury Pro belt, for example, right? Because they've never been in that position. They don't know the pressure. Oh, this is so much pressure. How do you know? Like, oh, he's feeling that much pressure. Did you talk to him? Like, for me, when I was commentating, I literally went to the back. And for the guys that I didn't have information on, I said, hey, tell me about yourself. I was asking them questions, responding to these questions, anything you want me to say on the broadcast about you. Or like, hey, how are you feeling coming into this fight? Where do you see yourself winning, or what are your keys of victory? So then when I go out on the mic and I talk, and I say, hey, I talked to this guy in the back. This is what he's feeling. This is what he told me personally. So it's not like I'm getting false information, talking about, oh, this guy's feeling a lot of pressure. Did you talk to him? Because if you talk to me, I ain't feeling no pressure. I'm chilling over here. I'm about to fight. I'm feeling good. Ain't no pressure,
Yeah.
But
no, that makes sense.
I mean, I thought I did good. I thought they really liked me. The Fury thought I did a really good job. So we'll see what happens if they give me back. I'll do it. I mean,
Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah, we need our Hall of Fame. Eric.
Hall of Fame.
We need to be in the Fury Hall of Fame. I don't know when that's happening, but we're the next two. Yeah, badge.
It's pretty cool. I mean, and Jacob Silva.
Yeah, and y'all need a rankings on Fury. Y'all need to get rankings. I'll help y'all do rankings if y'all need me to.
No, with you doing the commentary, I know before you're like, hey, I was going to do my homework, you watch a ton of fights already.
Yeah.
You know most of those guys because you've either fought their teammate or something like that. But that's, knowing the information on the fighters, the history, and then if you don't, hey, I haven't talked to you personally, going and getting that, it's just homework.
You cannot just go in there and just think you're just going to talk about a fight about two random amateurs that you literally have no idea about. Like most of those kids I've never even heard about. So I'm not going to go in there and just make something up about them. Like, you really got to sit down. It's not that hard. We got social media. Go on Instagram. Look at their profile. Oh, seen a video? Oh, I saw this guy striking in this video. This is what I see from the video.
At that AMI event, who stood out to you?
Who stood out? I mean, of course, my boy Jay. He literally looked at me. Bro, he looks up. I wonder what Jay's going to do. Hey, you get to smash him. He like winks at me. I'm like, this kid's crazy. I love Jay. I think he stood out to me for sure. I mean, of course, Jackson Glass. I'd like to see him fight, Jay. As I said on the broadcast, but they look good. My boy Lloyd looked freaking good, man. He's been improving in the gym. He looked real good.
That's nice.
Yeah. Nathan, Regina looked good. Juan Gutierrez looked good. If I remember those names, then yeah, those are the ones that look good. Those are the ones that look good. They had good fight. There was really good fights. Even the 35, the Anthony Johnson fight was good too. I mean, all of them. Even the 55er fight, Jordan. I mean, they're honestly were really good. Yeah, Jordan Garcia was good. I mean, honestly, all the fights were good. For Amis, they're really good. The fight of the night, though, was for sure the Regino fight. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's cool. I love seeing it. It just made me feel back to like
when you were there.
Yeah, I won my first Emmy belt there. I think my first fight was in Humble, but there's a lot of good memories in Bayou. I loved Bayou, and it was closer to my house.
There's a bunch of good gyms and good people, and the fight venues a lot of them are on that north side, so it's nice. when people live up there. Plus, it's easier to get to Dallas. That's the one thing. Like, we have to deal with an extra hour down here in League City, almost to get to the north side of Houston before you get out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But I'm moving closer, bro. I can't do it. Hour and 10 is too crazy, bro.
Where are you trying to move?
Just closer, probably like back to my home, like Second Ward, probably. East End area. Probably just a little more in town, downtown-ish area.
Yeah, that's too far, bro.
Boy.
It's like, coming to the gym is, another thing, and then going back after getting your ass beat every time. It's like crazy.
Who are some Houston fighters that you think are up next? Who's coming out?
Jay is one of them. Jay and Houston.
Younger fighters are like next up, like UFC. Lloyd coming in.
Lloyd. Yes, Lloyd, man, when he first got to the gym, that motherfucker don't know nothing.
Yeah.
And he been in the gym, what, a year?
I think so. Probably as long as older.
Fighter in form. He proved
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I go with him a lot too because, as young as he is, he's like not trying to overdo too much or like, spaz out or anything. He's very calm and technical. I mean, I go with him a lot. I mean, the last 4 weeks of my camp, I went with him. He's good, bro.
Just got to keep his head straight.
Justice, he wins the belt. He's next.
Sebastian is very good.
Hector,
he's strong, man. That guy doesn't look like he's strong, but he's strong. You know what I mean? Kind of look like a lady boy, but
lady boy.
Then you hear the beautiful voice too.
Lady boy.
Mariachi man.
Hector, if he wins this fight,
y'all should have seen his recent sparring, man.
You like good?
That motherfucker is good, so I can't wait to watch him fight.
Justice just got a new opponent for that Fury title.
He did.
Yeah. How y'all think that fight's gonna go? Are you familiar with that? With his opponent?
Yeah, I watched a little bit, just trying to get him ready. I was holding pads for him and stuff, trying to kind of see what we're doing. But I mean, like he says, like you fight the way you fight in the gym. You work hard outside the gym, and then once you get to the cage, it's easy. Like regardless of opponent, he was fighting in the streets. He didn't know who his opponent was going to be. He didn't have time to study his opponent. He just went out there and had to just fight. At the end of the day, sometimes you just got to bite down on your mouthpiece and just kind of throw and get out there and be like, man, whatever, who cares? Like that's what you take short notes all the time. You got no time to prepare. Just like, hey. At the end of the day, we're fighting. Like, yeah, I know it's a sport and we got to get technical and stuff, but when you get in there, they don't even throw half the shit you're
out the window.
They don't even throw half the shit you're planning on them throwing, and you just sit there like, God damn! And then you just gotta get out there and just brawl down,
I mean, you're super young. I mean, you think in the future maybe moving up,
bro? When you're a fighter and you're young, it's like, okay, you want to retire, but like when you're trying to get out for real, like you can't. You know what I mean? Like. After a fight, like, I'm trying to take a break, right? I'm trying to take a rest day and stuff like that. So, like, 2 weeks without doing nothing, I get bored. Like, I don't know what to do with my life, you know what I mean? So, I don't think he'd be able to retire soon. Like, you got to wait until 30s or something, man. Like, 25, that's crazy.
Yeah, 25 is a little crazy.
I want to come back.
For sure.
Your prime. He'd be almost tapping into his prime. Like,
he's strong as shit right now. So, when he hit that prime time, man, he's going to be good.
Yeah, I was thinking like 30, but 25 is crazy. Yeah, 30, 31.
Well, we're going to have to move up to 45. Big.
You don't want to fight me, bro. We're going with him and Ortega, bro. They were struggling, bro.
What he doing, it was crazy.
Them boys were struggling. I mean, not Rosa, but Ortega was struggling, boy. I was like, yeah, give me Diego Lopez a win tomorrow.
The way they couldn't is crazy. Me, I do a little workout, sit in the sauna, chill. And I was like, let's go home.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers, like, they
hit pad for like an hour.
They hit pad for hours.
On the bike.
Go sit in the sauna. On the bike. Come back. Hit a mid again. Go back to the sauna. I'm like.
He must have been really big, bro. But still, even so, bro, like, you got to just let that water come out while you're chilling, bro. Not when you're, active. It's hard, especially the night of. And you're tired because we got there late from the press conferences. Yeah, that was crazy.
All those press conferences, are they fun? To go do all that media, you like doing that stuff?
Man, it's all right, bro. It's a little experience, bro.
You never get one question.
Yeah, ain't nobody ask me nothing. I just sit there looking pretty, I was just like, oh, look at me.
I signed an autograph, though.
You did?
Someone recognized me.
Like, oh, for real?
Yeah. First one.
Famous, bro.
Does that happen, like, even at an event like that, people walk around like, dang, it's Josh Van?
Oh, yeah.
How's that been?
It has happened.
Yeah.
Time in Vegas, huh?
Uh-huh.
And I was like,
famous.
Can we take a picture? I'm like, cause I see myself as a regular person, you know what I mean? Like, they want a picture with you. I know I do look good, but it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? For them to ask me is crazy, but I do appreciate every single one of them.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
On Facebook, he's famous too, because his whole, like, he's talking about his country, like, Bro, they go crazy for him.
Yeah.
They love him.
You feel that support?
Yes.
They love him, bro.
It's like
He's their hero.
a preacher, we praying for you, you know what I mean? That's
love.
strength, man, you know what I mean?
Do you ever get to go back home to your country, or how does that go?
Not yet. Like right now, like I said, military to control and stuff like that. And if I go over there, like I want to go back, but if I go over there will be like a headline and shit. So there's no way that I can hide from military and shit like that. But soon, like I want to go back though.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Even when you said that, stuck out to me. It's like over there, that's freedom.
For us, kid, we ain't worried about nothing. You know, over there, you ain't gotta have money. Somebody have corn, somebody have rice, and then we just trade. And that's how, you know, we make a living and shit. Like we make farm, we have farms. We farmers basically, you know what I mean? So, the military will come and then trying to make your dad work or something. And you know, we have cows and stuff like that and animals, and if the military want it, they just take it. Because it was kind of like that. So it's bad for business and it's bad for education too, you know what I mean? So, yeah, my mom and my dad, man, they fought for it, and they came to Malaysia, seek for a refugee. You know what I mean? So that's how I got here. Yeah, it just got crazy just recently too. Now it's going to 3 years now. Like they burned down people's houses and stuff like that, and then they killing kids and stuff for no reason. You know what I mean? Like military's supposed to take care of his country people. You know what I mean? Instead, they killed them just because of greedy, you know what I mean? They want power, they want money, and just because of that, the people suffer. And that's what we're going through right now, man.
Praying for your people.
And the thing is, UFC didn't know Myanmar was a country, and that's the reason why I can't have my flag right now. But
really?
Right now we're working on it. I mean, you heard it. You remember that?
Yeah. I heard you asking.
They did do a request for that. So hopefully soon, like I get to carry my whole flag and represent to the whole country. You know what I mean? I mean, to the whole world.
Yeah.
And show them who I am.
Do you know how big is the population?
It's big. Myanmar is big. It's just, I don't know why people don't know. Like literally, Myanmar is right beside Thailand. So I don't know how they don't know.
Right. So it's just like put that request in, UFC goes in, approves and stuff, so that way you can represent.
Yeah. So now, hopefully, by my next fight, I get to bring my flag and represent my country. Give a shout out to my gym, you know, Forearms Fight Club, Aslan Boxing Gym, Temple Construction, and my sponsors, Let's Bet, and my other sponsor, the Nunes Lower Farm.
Let's Bet.
And people that support me from Myanmar, man, I love you guys.
Let's go Myanmar.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys hanging out, making the drive down here.
Thank you, bro.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Scardy with Clear Life Combat. Make sure y'all follow both Josh Van, Michael Aswell on social media. Y'all stay up to date. Follow Clear Life. And we'll see y'all soon. Y'all be blessed.